Wayne, the creator of the Printtable, and today we're going to talk through the building of your very own Printtable. But before we begin, I'd just like to say that the IKEA lat table that we're using, we are not endorsed by IKEA in any way, shape or form. They don't endorse the product that we are building. When you purchase your tables, you will be cutting them open, you'll be reconfiguring them, voiding any guarantee or any warranty that you're going to have with IKEA. If you are watching this video via YouTube Direct, I'm going to make a lot of references to Instructables. These videos are embedded in the Instructables build. So I suggest you head over to Instructables so it's easier to follow through the entire build and all the steps that we're going to be going through. If you are a beginner, may I suggest that you also click on the link above to 3dhubs.com. They produce the definitive guide to 3D printing. It's just a helpful resource to get you some understanding of what 3D printing is and what it's about, and a lot of the references that we're going to be making during the build of the Printtable. If you're an advanced user, please feel free to swap out any of the components that you want to. You want to use alternative stepper motors or electronics. The whole idea of the Printtable is the actual framework itself. We've all got this common framework, and anything that we can share with the community where certain boards or certain stepper motors, certain extruders may work better, will be good for everybody, so we can share that on the open forums. Also on our website, Printtable.com. During the build, we're going to be using power tools. I want to make sure that this build is safe, so please wear goggles, any hand protection or any ear protection wherever possible. I don't want anybody injuring themselves building the Printtable. Now, hopefully you've had a look through the list of materials and you've been able to acquire the products that you need and swapped out anything that you want to swap out yourself, and also downloaded the STLs to print yourself all the plastic components that we're going to be using on the Printtable. If you are a beginner, you'll also see that on the Instructables there's a link to 3D hubs, whereas you can get a 3D hubber to build the parts for you. Obviously charges will apply depending on where you are in the world, but if you haven't got access to a printer, don't worry. 3D Hub's network of 3D printer organisations and individuals that own 3D printers, will be able to assist you in acquiring the parts. And just remember, when you have built the Printtable, you'll be able to register yourself on the 3D Hub's network and become a builder for other people. So, we're going to begin unpacking the IKEA lacquer table. Obviously, 2 is what we need. It's fairly basic. Tabletop, 4 legs, 4 screws. And it is just a hardboard construction with a tabletop with a honeycomb centre. Inside, just on the all 4 corners, is actually a solid piece of chipboard. That's what the legs screw into. That is the part that we're going to use mostly for the structure to be able to make sure that the Printtable is strong, secure and kept square. What you should have in your packaging is 4 screws. Now we will need to be doing some cutting down on these screws, but obviously we're going to go through that in some of the later steps. And then the 4 legs. The thing to remember with the legs is where we've actually got the screw hole here, the inserted piece of chipboard there is about that big, whereas at the base it's only about 15 millimetres. So it's that unit there, that part there, that we utilise the most of. Okay, for this part of the build, I'm going to place the tabletop down with it face down. I have put a piece of board to protect the work surface down. I'm going to be doing a little bit of drilling. I need drill and a 5mm drill bit. And what we're going to do, we're going to drill that hole all the way through. You can see there, it's not drilled all the way through. this becomes the part of the base for the print unit, print table, and that's why we're going to be drilling the hole all the way through. So, just like that. Repeat that on all 4 corners. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to get a rule. We're going to measure approximately 50 millimetres in. Using a set square. We draw a line and we create this point here. Then we get the drill piece again. We're going to drill just to start the hole off nicely, and then we're going to swap to a hole cutter, which is approximately 25 millimetres in total diameter. Place that dead centre onto there. We're going to drill it all the way through until the top of this is just level with the hardboard. And there we go. Next, we're going to get a 10mm hole cutter. We're going to place that far in the corner there. And we're going to drill through at a slight angle. Just like that, and the hope is that we're coming through just slightly off from the centre point of the original hole. This is going to be so we can pass the wires through. One of the key features of the print table is you don't see any of the wiring, it's all actually hidden into the table leads. That's the purpose for that hole. Okay, the next thing we do is we grab one of the screws, and I actually put these and I fasten them into the drill. Make it easier to turn those in. I just need to start this hole off, so I'm only going to actually drill in about halfway and then take the drill back out. So literally I'm just drilling in halfway and then taking it back out. Next thing I do is I grab the table leg, remember the one with the hole in the top, and I screw that, so I screw it all the way in. Now, when I come to join the two pieces together, these are going to interfere with each other, so I actually need to now measure this and cut it down to approximately 25 millimetres. So I do a mark of where I'm going to be cutting it, then using either something like a Dremel with a disc cutting end on it, or just a junior axle. On the mark, we want to be cutting that off. Okay, so that's with the end cut off, and like I say, measures just approximately, I mean I've cut that a little bit short, but it's not going to matter too much. And then I screw that directly in. Okay, and just make sure that we're nice and square on the ends. the next thing we're going to do is go back to this hole now, and we need to drill through the centre part of the leg to be able to pass the wire all the way through. We do that by reattaching our 10mm bit and continuing the drilling process. Hopefully it hasn't punched the hole through. Okay, so that's now drilled all the way through and all the way through that block where it was fixing on the inside of the leg. We now need to do the same for the top piece here in order for us to pass the wires through. What we do there is we simply just build a line diagonally and then diagonally again. And then using the 10mm drill bit again, push that through. And that's it. Now what we need to do is we need to be able to thread the wire through the centre of that leg, through the holes that we've just cut. So I use these, essentially they're electrical cable tools for when people are trying to do trunking or electrical stuff through, but you can use a coat hanger, basically anything solid that is going to enable you to basically get through, making that connection between the holes. Okay, so we've got that threaded through, and we're going to just basically get some wire, some old electrical wire, thread that through, and just put a bit of tape on to stop it from coming off. After spending that time messing about threading it through, the last thing I want is to lose it as I thread it. So just pull that through. Just cut the ends, and then same again. After spending the time threading the wire through, I don't want to lose the wire, so I'm just going to tape it down, keeping it secure, and tape it down on the other end again, keep it secure. Okay, so you should end up with your wire through, your leg on, and some tape holding it on. You need to now repeat that on all four legs. So repeat all those steps on all four legs. Everyone is done in exactly the same way.